I normally don't do videos talking about video games. And if I'm going to talk about something related to video games I play, especially EA, I have EA games. People know what EA Sports games I play. NHL games. It is an uneasy balance that I find myself dealing with when it comes to playing games from EA. So we're gonna go back. I'm gonna talk about this in a second. You guys can read through, of course, and understand the point I'm driving home. I remember my first exposure to EA Sports NHL. That was NHL 2004, and it was almost all offline. I don't think there was any online modes at all, and there was nothing locked, and it was fun. It was fun, and there were legend players and veteran players. You could have so much fun, and you could change players, and you could do whatever you wanted to do with it, basically. Um, at some point in time, they started putting in the online stuff and the microaggressions. Sorry, I mean transactions started. And that's where it all goes to hell. The video game industry in general, it's just pure greed. And I'm aware, and I'm going to say this straight out. I'm well aware that putting a video game together and the amount of time and the amount of money that's expended upon a game, it's a lot. Video games now have budgets that are in the realm of movies, and their income is in the realm of what movies make as well. And you can have very expensive flops in the gaming industry, and that certainly happens. And you can have surprise hits as well, and that happens. Now, going back to my first experience, I would play the game, and I would enjoy the game, and then I could leave the game. Now what they have is, oh, you enjoy that? Okay, you play online. Okay, now your team's crap. Now, if you want your team to be any good, you're going to have to pay us. Now, EA's going to say, well, it's not really. You don't have to pay money. And it's true. You can play games online and build up your credits and get one of these. They don't want to call them loot boxes. They're surprise mechanics. Surprise mechanics. It's completely different than loot boxes. It's my house isn't on fire. It's just combustible. I don't see the difference. You know, saying it's like a Kinder Egg is just taking it, and this is what was said by whichever woman they had representing them, talking before Parliament. I believe it was British Parliament. It doesn't matter what body of government they're talking to. The fact that they're comparing it to Kinder Egg shows that they're talking to people that don't really know how this works. Because anybody in the gaming industry, anybody who's a gamer, hearing this would go, no, that's not right. That's absolutely not true. So, and I'm just, I can, and I've seen videos on this, and this is why I'm talking about it, because this is part of the reason that I don't game online. I've had people say, "Oh, you should play, you should game online. You should play Hut. You should go on and play the EA Sports Hockey League stuff, EASHL." And here's the thing: I can forgive myself for buying the game. I can forgive myself for giving them $70 for a video game that I know is a hollowed version of what I used to play 16 years ago. And I can do it, and I can kind of keep my sanity when I play it, realizing there was more in the game 16 years ago and it was more fun. Um and that every time that they upgrade to a new console, and hey, the PS5 and the new Xbox are on their way, which means they get to drag all the guts out of the game and give you the bare bones version when they upgrade to a new console, which is always fun. Sorry, we couldn't port everything over. So, oh, the stuff that makes us money? Oh, you better bet we ported that over. But the stuff that made you enjoy the game outside of us making money off Hut Packs, which is their version of it's loot boxes, it's the same thing. Yeah, no, we made sure that was ported over. So their importance is we make a lot of money with the online gambling. We got to make sure that comes with us. The game itself is secondary, and this is where EA is the devil kind of comes from. When you have any list talking about the worst companies in the world, EA is on the list. EA is usually near the top or at the top of the list. And it's too bad because the graphics for their games are fantastic. I look at the Star Wars games. The Star Wars games, both Battlefront and Battlefront 2, the graphics are fantastic. The marketing is great. The game sucks. And the loot boxes, the pay to win sucks. So here's the thing. You go to your loot box, you pay your money. In some cases they're credits, but to me, your time equals money. You play Game of Chance, so you get this random pack of cards, digital cards if you're playing EA, right? So you get your digital pack, and then you open it up and you go, hey, I got a new goalie for my team. Cool. Everything else is crap. And you just pitch it. And then you try it again. And again. And again. And again. And when I see people online that are like, hey, look what I just pulled. Hey, look what I just pulled. Hey, look what I just pulled. Which happens a lot when the games first come out. All I think is, holy crap, you're spending a lot of money on this. Because what they likely didn't share, what they likely didn't mention with the Kinder Egg thing, is that you can pay real money and bypass playing the games you need to build up the credits to get these things. And just pay and pay. And the more money you pay, the better chance you have of improving your team, depending on the game, your weapons, your whatever, right? And getting a better character. And it's something that's really, it's this insidious part of the gaming industry now that they'll say, well, it has to be there because if it wasn't, games would be like $200. Then there's a problem. Because again, NHL 2004, when I compare it to NHL 19, and not even mentioning the fact that NHL 2004, I had it on the PC and it was fantastic. And they don't make games for the computer anymore. Okay. But again, compare that to a slot machine. You throw money in, game a chance, try again and again. Now people will say, well, yeah, the slot machine, you got to pay money. Oh, no. Au contraire. I have apps on my phone. Those apps are tied to what's called My Vegas points. Those My Vegas points, you can use them for a hotel in Vegas or anywhere that they have MGM resorts. And I'm not using this as an ad. I'll get there. Trust me, I'm not getting paid by them. They don't even know I'm doing this. So I can build it up to use for hotels, for food, for gambling. So I can get a room for, say, 25% off, and I can get $150 in gambling credit for that hotel's casino. I didn't pay money for it. They're saying, here you go. Knowing darn tootin' well that if they give me $150, it's highly likely that when I run out of that $150, and I will, that I'll spend my own money. That you'll sit in front of a machine, and I've been with people that do this, that they'll sit in front of a slot machine and go, this machine's about to pay out. There are kids who are paying for loot boxes online, who are gaming online, that are, say like it's $5. And they get crap. And go, oh man, okay, the next one will be good. The next one will be good. The next one will do it. Online microaggressions, transactions. They are, for me, killing the fun of video games. They've been killing it for a long time. Because I get people ask me, like, well, what games do you play? Honestly, I like playing Sims. Because I don't open the fridge and have a box pop up and go, hey, you want your sim to eat? That'll be $1 of real money. Because it'd be a shame if your sim died, huh? Which is weird, because that's also from EA. But I don't have the microtransactions. I don't have it. When I play NHL, I don't play online. Because again, if you're online, you're supporting their server, you're supporting this thing that EA is. And it's tough because for me, I like to play hockey games on video game systems. And they have a monopoly. They're the only one that makes them. 2K Sports lost the rights. And it's all EA. Now, I thought the NHL 2K games were a step below. I didn't think they were as good as the EA games in terms of graphics or gameplay, but it was sure nice to have that option. I would hope that at some point these are no longer a thing. And when they talk about, well, games will get more expensive, then gaming companies are like these video game developers are going to figure this crap out, because at some point it's going to get too expensive. People are going to say, I'm not spending $150 on a game, not realizing they've already been doing it. But where it gets bad is when you hear stories about people spending $10,000 or more to try to get their team to be pretty good playing FIFA. And I'm sure there are people who spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds on the NHL games to try to get Mario Lemieux, Wayne Gretzky. Oh, I got to get Patrick Roy. There's a special Patrick Roy. And if you follow them on social media, you follow them on Twitter or Facebook, EA will always be releasing, hey, just this week in Hut Packs, just this week, you can get this special limited edition Brandon Reed, Vancouver Canucks. He's a 99 across everything. We've made him super awesome. Hey, just this week we've got this extra special awesome John Druce card that only shows up in the playoffs. Like, it ticks me off, and it's the reason why I don't play video games like I used to. Because I when I'm looking at a game, one of the things that I think is, okay, now am I gonna have to buy stuff in this? Like, I play Grand Theft Auto online, and I've bought shark cards. Because shark cards, there's no chance to it. It's not like I'm going to spend, $20 to get $10 million in the game, and then find out when I get it, oh, it's actually only $6 million. Oh, the next one might be $15 million. No, I pay the money. I know what I'm getting, and I only do that if I'm looking at something. If I want to buy a car, if I want to buy guns, if I want to buy something in the game, I'm like, I don't have the money for that, and then I might put down real world money. So I can have like a really nice apartment, really nice house, or a really nice car. I've done that, and it's fun. It's kind of fun to drive around and be like, hey, look, I got a really nice car now in the game. That's not what these are. That's totally different. This is kind of bait and switch. Look what you might get. You're not going to. One thing that I agreed with was the idea that they could force EA to show you the odds. Show you the odds of getting that really rare item. If it's 0.01%, something like that. I hope they do something about it, because it is something that is completely unregulated, and they are making money hand over fist. Depending on which figures you're looking at, it could be just EA. Just EA, it could be like $1 billion plus a year that they're making off of this model. And these are kids that get their parents' credit card. These are people with serious gambling addictions who discover the world of gambling in video games, and it's frustrating. And then you'll see, like, and I've seen this too, where people will be playing and something will happen to their hard drive, something happens wherever. Maybe they got something that they can't get back. So, I really hope that they do something about this, because if you can regulate gambling, you can regulate online gambling through video games as well. I don't care if they call it surprise mechanics. I don't care if they call it the Happy Fun Boob Show. It is still loot boxes. I don't care what they call it. It doesn't really matter. This has got to stop. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Again, I just want to have a video game that when I buy it, I can leave and go home and play it. I don't have to connect to a server. I can just play a video game that I bought. Like the way that I grew up with video games, where you just you play the game, and then you can loan it out to your friends and they play the game too. You don't have to register online. You just play the game. It's simple, right? Great. Until this billion-dollar industry came in and they went, hey, we can make a hell of a lot more money off some real suckers online. A lot of this is pure profit. This isn't just we put all of that into video game development. No, you don't. Your games suck. You rush your games out as fast as possible. You rush them out as fast as possible so you can rush out your loot boxes. And that's why people see EA as the devil. I'm going to say this in closing. There are a lot of good people that work at EA Sports and work in the EA divisions. One of the guys I used to work with at a call center, I know he went to work for EA. And from what I understood, he I don't know if he's still there, but I know he enjoyed working there. and it was a good opportunity for him. And I know there are some really, really good people that work there as developers, that work there as game testers, that work there and do all of this fun stuff. It is the people behind this part of the industry, it is the people at the top of the food chain that have really made it horrible for gamers. And again, if you have a gambling addiction, now you have to stay away from video games because they're horrible. And I've seen that in my own life. I've seen situations where I've had to kind of tell somebody, "You're spending a lot of money on that game right now. Why is that?" And sometimes people don't take that very well because they again, if you're a gambler, you have that mentality of, because eventually it's going to pay out. Eventually I'm going to get something awesome. If I sit at this machine long enough, I'm going to get something great. If I open enough of these boxes, I'm going to get something awesome. And that's not usually how it works. But let me know what you guys think, as always, in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. And hey, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.